Hey there, this is Peacekeeperalex and the Psychic Wargamers. It's going to be the Psychic Wargamers stream number 63. It's going to be the Psychic Wargamers Total War 3 Kingdoms Yellow Turban Rebellion campaign Let's Play number 53. Let's carry on where we left off last time. You can see our territory is being encroached upon by the Kingdom of Wei, and then right to the north of him, right in the center of really the surrounding areas that we've been taking and traversing upon, and that really being Yingchuan, Imperial City, and farmland, as well. To the north, Gongdu, you can see that yellow clashing, and that's where I thought that was my territory to be true, but no, it's Gongdu's, Shangdang, and Hedong, right near Luoyang, that yellow river crossing in Yuan Shu's territories, and really the last remaining of the Kingdom of Song territories that are located to the north of us, which we're also trying to defend from, as well as Liu Yu and Gongsun Du, I think, as well as Kingdom of Song right there with a small army marching from Taishan. We got 3 armies here recovering, and then we got another 2 armies over near Danglai as well, recovering as well too. And we can hit there actually with the recruit button here on a retinue, and we're actually going to go with Huibai, Zongyulan, that's what we'll go with. Get a couple of units in the mix, and I think we're going to go with Righteous Vanguards, 2 units, and then I think we can go Bowman as well, and that would be quite good. Range power 81, 42. Yellow Turban Archers, Light Archers. So in Donglai, raising those armies and then healing them up within the next 2 turns seems to be priority. Liu Yu does have multiple units here. We could traverse outwards to actually trap him. It might be better if we do it that way. We can go on march here, stance. We'll get right in the face. And try and take out this Liu Yu army. Liu Shu. 1 army here. It's going to be 2044 with reinforcing 759 against 1607. We're going to start battle here, Battle of Baihai. They came out of nowhere. Sort of spiked the punch. A couple battles lost when traversing, even upon delegation. I think it was mostly on delegation to be true. So we're gonna march to the redeployment zone, or we're gonna go right at the enemy here, because I think we have enough in our army to just march forth. Get our bowmen grouped up together. Do have some cav that we're going to try and station right over there. With those white horse. Get Axemen 3 units to the left. Get our generals grouped up. We do have quite a few. And we're going to get them all to go after enemy generals here. Lu Shu and Lu Chun. Try and break through, and these horsemen are not supposed to go near those walls. Generals, though, on the other hand, are going to go right through that fence. Yeah, they're going to break right through it. So we bring off, swoop this right flank army here. Bring my cavalry up right around, try and attack this white wave horseman.
Who do you think you are?
So we've caught up to those white horse raiders, and the enemy comes into view here. Yeah, Gaoli spearmen, 2 units. They got some Gaoli sword masters, 3, 4, 5 units. Then we got some Jai militia as well, and my cavalry charging in here. Trying to go for the enemy, and goes right to their army. We're going to try and pull back those horsemen. Get up those axemen. And get these remainder units over here too. Seems to be. As we can see, more of our army here coming into view. Those trying to reinforce, trying to get here in time from the reinforcement deployment zone. Some axemen clashing with some cav from the enemy. You attacking with cavalry. So we do have some knowledge of the body present. As we march upwards here, trying to rescue our generals, 3 generals, trying to take on the world. 2-3 units with more in reserve. And then you can see even northward upwards, tail end of the enemy getting attacked by a lot of my units. Yellow Turban Warriors, 4 units. And we throw another one into the fray. See here, just a bit of a mob clashing, but the enemy being overwhelmed by the amount. We're actually going to fire at these White Horse Raiders. I think that would be the better idea. We can see the arrows shifting towards, finally hitting their mark. Archer doing their work. So they tried to overtake that hill position with our raiders, righteous vanguards, and the white horsemen, white wave horsemen, trying to dig in. That enemy. It looks to be a lot of horsemen over here trying to guard this left flank on this position. You can see her all on the left. And then curled up. Some Faith Preservers, medium axe infantry.
Show them your strength.
And we're overwhelming them.
Look to your own troubles before mine.
You can see multiple battles happening here at once. 3 or 4 big ones. 2 on that hill, and then 2 off that hill. I mean, that skirmish right off to the side that we're reviewing, biting down, but our general's still in the mix. All 6, but one of them is hurt again. We are gonna see if we can hit these buttons.
Double time.
And we can, and we're gonna heal up the generals again. Our generals from across the way with the reinforcements, we're going to send them in just in case. You can see these battles unwind.
Comrade has been attacked.
Oh wow, you looked at it from the enemy's position. Oh wow. That is beautiful. It was. And the enemy overwhelming over here, but just too many generals over here to be able to stop us. He's still chipping away. They would have been able to win that battle single-handedly. But the general's changing it up. Just too many on the field. You can see here this last push here on the swordsmiths. 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 Not the swordsmiths. Masters. Sword masters. The amount of carnage the general's rig is just not gonna be withstood. They're not gonna be able to contain the fury that is seen. And they're gonna flee. The sword masters flee, and our generals are free. And we can send them right up the hill, right up on that hill. Get those galley spearmen that are trying to dig into those horsemen. And that's where we're gonna send them. More men arrive.
Look, the enemy run! Craven!
There we go. And right here, the balance of power shifts. Enemy starts to break. They fall down. There's a sandwich on either side. He forces emerge victorious. Decisive victory. Archer's doing really well on my side. Almost 350. For 3 units on the one army.
Cunning triumphs over brute force.
1,803, 551 lost, 2,252 remaining, 165 captured, 1607 deployed, 1267 lost for the UU, 340 remaining. Recruit, and we send him backwards, and we can make it something different, can't we? So with this one army here, can we do something?
Break their spirit! Attack!
We'll see what he does here in the north. Even the remainder guy over here could quite possibly take him out. But we've got a normal stance. He's not able to reach, but he's able to reach this dude. And that's going to be it. Delegate. We've got the one general.
Our faith was rewarded. For China.
And close surrounding this dude.
Moving out.
Okay, that's really what happened here. Nullified.
When drawing a bow,
and we can, if we want to. Nope, normal.
never yield.
No, we're in an impasse. Except we can also march. Get right in the mix then. Try something. There we go. Alright, so the other 5 armies to the south, Pencheng and Chen, we're probably going to be marching. I think it is. And right over here is Yang Yan getting beat up. We're going to have to wait here for a couple turns. Yeah, so we gotta wait 1 turn here. We're going to give it an end turn. See what happens. And then we'll be able to refresh, move all our dudes, and not have to worry about it anymore. Oh, and they bring it to us here with an armies here too. Close victory. Holy smoke. Kingdom of Wei musters 4 armies. Deploys 1208 with 2,311 reinforcing, so 3,500. And 21. 20, 19. 19. 519. My apologies. 2,958 deployed for Higi. 2,321. So that's about 5,000. So they got a bit of an advantage here, even with these, because we got solid 3 armies here. So we're going to start battle. Ling Tong, Chawang, Lin Yu, and Ma Chao against Guan Zhenjin, Huang Shao, and Li Lai. Battle of Chen Livestock Farm. We want to be right near redeployment. We don't have any problems here, so we're going to get right over here. Tuck in. I'm going to march that army backwards. You can see right where the reinforcement deployment zone is. An enemy army is right outside there. Not too much. Half health. 2 retinues or a single retinue? No, 2 retinues. Half health. You can see the reinforcements of the enemy gathering. We have a lot of bowmen in this army though, which is good to see. Control 1, archer captains. Get them ready on the field. Spearmen could guard our right flank. It's going to be our front line.
Hurry! Strike them down! Swordsman! Steel yourself!
One shot's going to be on the front line as well. We've got some horsemen to cover the bowmen. Do have more bowmen as well. Go over here in that line. Just one off to the side. Cavalry from the retreating army has approached. Control 4, put them on the left side, more to guard. Archers. If things get through. And of course, a long line of foot soldiers. It's about 4 spearmen, 2 axes, and 10 swords. All marching this way to form up that left. That strong left. That's going to be needed, and then we still got more reinforcement deployments on if need be. Extra horse. And our generals would probably be better. I don't know if they'd be better together still. 4 generals is a lot. And we do have knowledge of the body. We do not have knowledge of the body this time. So strategic placing the generals might be the way to go with it. Right flank. Put them at, yeah, center, right, left. Do have a lot of buffs that we can use. You can see the approaching enemy. Two sides of this army, really. You can see Lankai Spearman 3 units, Lankai Swordsman 2 units, and King Swordiness bunched into a group with Ling Tong, the enemy general, and then 2 cav right behind, Mounted Saber Militia, 2 units. Off to the left, you can see multiple cavalry, Yuan Shan cavalry, Jian Sword Guard cavalry. You can see some bowmen, archer militia moving upwards, and an enemy general charging. Hulue, or Hulili. You can see in the back 4 swords, some spearmen, 2 units, and then some heavy Yangzhou Jai infantry, halberd, and then those two cavalry I mentioned earlier, kind of swerving back and forth. But right getting into the position now are the men that we started pushing forward. I'm still using it, still transferring. You can see the rain of arrows hit the enemy as they approach from our bowmen. Really sending a lot of fire towards the enemy as they approach. And this first side of the unit, the right flank, approaching first, and then cavalry trying to extend itself over to the our right flank. Bob veterans and multiple spearmen infantry off to the right flank. You can see our generals standing there already. Enemy general sinking his teeth. Hu Lili, enemy commander. Cavalry charge right in the center.
I will crush you for this insult. Show no mercy. Do not relent. Strike. Swords at the
I'm gonna set some caltrops on these dudes. Once we send all those caltrops in, that's going to be the difference. You can see them moving forward. Multiple enemy trying to break through. Front lines, center. Didn't really hit the left too much. Trying to shift some of our lines. As those bowmen retreat. And we surge forth here with that left flank. Our bowmen in line. Hit him where it hurts. More approaching men here. Spearmen. Now they're gonna get hit with some arrow fire. Seeing what the full power of our bows can do here in a single unit. We're gonna hit these spearmen so goddamn hard. Holy. Let's send more horsemen over to little pockets of the enemy here on the front. All across the line. A lot of enemy trying to break through that front line.
We have killed an enemy general. Right. To battle.
We're going to break up the enemy here with an assault in the right behind their lines here.
Yeah, you'll have to sign me out of your email, please. No, I want you to sign me out. No.
Okay, correct. Shifting over here, multiple units on the right flank that were not used, trying to sandwich the enemy as they already are all across that left side, that middle center, trying to fight their way back into a prosperous position, but as you can see, they are surrounded. Grouping of troops here going towards those archers. And we still have more of the redeployment zone, so there's more battle to be fought here. This ain't over.
Ideally hope your blade is sharper than your wit.
And we still have some buffs to hit here. We get Huang Shao right on that right money.
Attack! Show them justice! Faster!
And the enemy is a shadow of its former self here. Just barely holding on. You can see the bows on the enemy trying to pick off our guys, trying to chase this bowman off the field. Right behind enemy lines. And we really could use some bowmen and nullify. And we got no ammo, to be true.
You are weak.
We're going to charge into the enemy right here, this last pocket here off to the right flank. Do something useful. The amount of Yellow Turban warriors that have traversed to confront the enemy is outmatching them, and they are retreating and wavering. One last couple of units here. Lankai Swordsman, 2 units, completely ambushed. Caught off guard, getting attacked from behind. There's just no way it's going to happen, and they're going to retreat here. 2 units.
Attend me, spearman! March in the double! Destroy them! Go, go, go! Move! Attack!
Whoa.
Look, the enemy rise!
Enemy is gone there.
Strike!
Try and chase after these bowmen now.
Spears ready!
Stand ready. Kill them.
We get our horsemen going.
Warriors.
And this large mob. Good guys on the move. A cav charge. Didn't know what it was in for. And this mounted saber militia is going to be toast here in a second now, most assuredly. They're on the retreat. As we continue to move outwards, we're still seeing more enemy, and I think maybe the better way would be to move back to the redeployment zone, specifically with the amount here that we're seeing. Enemy still has a lot of soldiers, so we're going to send them right back to the redeployment zone and get formed up again.
Sword sharpened. Attend. Sword. The time has come. At the ready. To attention. Swords at the ready. Heal yourself.
So 6 units. I think what we want here is double line. Doesn't change much, to be true. Behind the scenes, spiritually, I might. So one of our generals is lost here upon the retreat, and there's still enemy chasing us down now as we try to form a line.
Attention! Attend! Blades ready! Do not
So we're all surrounded here on this right unit trying to follow down this bow unit of ours, and peasant spearmen catching them a bit. Feather Forbidden Orphans off the right flank. You can see multiple enemy generals chipping away at the lines here.
The enemy
Cao Ang is not going down without a fight, and I should actually bring Huang Xiao or someone over here to deal with him, to be true, because he only got a small amount. Oh, he's starting to retreat now. We've seen that before. See here a bulk of a little bit of units here catching up as they chase us. So we maneuver backwards to that redeployment zone here, and us kind of trapping a bit, just using whatever spare units I have here. The archers crashing into the back of the enemy lines, multiple spear units heading towards left flank. We start to surround and encroach this pocket of enemy, and they got more coming around here too on the right side. They got archers, 2 archers, like I spearmen, and then some cavalry that's still harassing our lines, the bowmen specifically, other forbidden orphans. So way off in the distance. We bring back the general here who's been chipping away. Huang Xiao, bring him back. Push forward here, a surge. Trying to crush the remainder of this enemy. You can see more enemy units on the horizon as they continue to filter out. We do have some vanguard out there. 3 units, 4 units of swords, got some spearmen and bowmen just gonna charge in, try and catch up to those bows. They crash in some white tiger guard. We send in there, we do catch up to the bowmen. Couple generals in the mix here. I think this is it for the enemy, though. They don't have much left. This is it. This is going to be done. We're right now 1448 for our side, 1187 for the enemy. Enemy general is retreating, and the main battle is winding down. You can see here. The enemy's getting overrun here. Wavering happening all across the line. And then we shift perspective all the way to the right flank here. Trying to break through here. The enemy just completely onslaughted. Push back. And the spearmen now have to hold on the back of the army. Like I spearmen, is this really it? Seems to be a little bit up front here. Still another battle happening as well. White Tiger Guard still clashing with those multiple unit types. And finally, that spearman unit giving up, calling it quits. So that leaves us to march towards those bowmen. And we do have some horsemen that we will send towards those heavy crossbows. We will send our generals, all three, over towards Kongrong, the strategist. And we don't have too much on him. So the enemy left wavering and without any buffs. And the amount of moving over into vicinity sent multiple fleeing except for that Tiger Rush Guard. The White Tiger Guard. And there is more enemy approaching. Let's try to take out Kongrong. Just a small amount of health for some of our generals dancing. You can see in the distance, mounted saber militia pursuing. And we're just going to charge right at those crossbows. Get rid of that unit. He's also on the field. We have another retinue that's hit the field. And there's more coming down the mountain. You can see them. So we're going to get the hell out of here now, as there is more army from the enemy. A couple units remaining, though. We don't want to be caught off too guard, I don't think. But we do have a clash we can just send right at him right now. We switch right around going after this horseman. He doesn't have the medicine that we fully need. He is a healer. I wish knowledge of the mind was upon him. That would be stellar news. We're bringing the generals right back. See, here trying to pull back some forces to get them into position upon this approaching enemy. Our bows are hitting them. Going right after that heroine of Han.
Make ready! Take heed, warriors! The enemy general falls! Ha!
Swords sharpened! At the ready!
To attention, spearmen!
So we're after the right flank cavalry charge here, cataphracts. And right.
Take heed, warriors!
Wait, he's got some Tiger Rush Guard as well, and Mounted Saber Militia there too. It's just these couple units in the enemy harassing and haranguing the main army, and we're just going to send the rest in here. Send in the fresh units first, and then we'll send in those veterans of this last battle. Ragtag. And we send them in to this line. A near even amount, but not going to be close enough because we're going to send in the rest of them. It's going to be the second wave, it's the second half of the army, and the enemy is already being a little bit overwhelmed by the amount that we already had there previous. So this is going to be the end of it. You can see our general charging in. He's lost his horse, so it seemed. Might have been a horse unit. Hit the buffs. We do have heavy buffs here. So you can see this, it's just unstoppable force. He army, yellow, sea of yellow, bandanas and rice paddy hats, just marching through because he's well-armored foe. It's like almost like metallic, and it looks almost like tiled helmets to a certain degree. I think this is Wei forces. And there, the enemy breaks. This is the last push. They decide to group them together. We sent a huge amount of army after them, and it broke it up. You can see off in the distance these two units marching towards Martial Guardians and King Surrenderus for the enemy, not looking too happy at the situation, considering they got full units, but not going to be enough with this huge mob. 10, 20, 30, 40 units of He, even if they are depleted and half low health. Martial Guardians trying to put up a fight.
One step closer to victory!
Finally, the numbers here dwindling on that Guardian unit. Surrounded on all sides. The enemy is retreating, and in the distance you can still see a couple units fighting sporadically. You can see one of those the Tiger Rush Guard trying to get in there and cause problems. Our generals in the mix, making sure they're going to pay for it. And then further off, force of axe warriors by the enemy, as well as Yensao Jai infantry, trying to chip away and cause problems. And half the army on chase, the other half in the distance. Doesn't seem to be too many enemy left on this battlefield, seems to be it. And right near them, couple units recorrecting. Victory.
war has brought you to the very gates of your enemy. Behind their walls, they steel themselves against your armies. They cannot hold out forever. Yet an assault may be costly if not swift. Yet wait too long.
So Kingdom of Way defeated here, 3,519 deployed, 3,029 lost, 490 remaining, 5,279 deployed, 2,951 lost, 2,328 remaining, 313 captured. Yeah. So their gambit doesn't work. So that's what that was. No. Oh. We do have an attack on a couple generals here. Runin by Kingdom of Way. We're going to delegate. That's going to be the end of them. Kingdom of Way getting that one. But not really. To be true. So said they lost. Alright, so said they lost, eh? So said they lost. This is what we said. What's it supposed to be? Lucky shot walls. Sometimes fate intervenes in proceedings. A lucky shot from your arm exposes a weakness in the enemy defenses. Do not let this opportunity go to waste. Attack this point at once. So we cleared the intern. Now we got moving to happen. A lot of enemy around. Low forces. Not able to fully comprehend the amount of power at the behest. And he does retreat. And we're going to withdraw. We're going to attack with him. That's going to be the end of it. That's going to be a delegation. So Lu Yu is caught. And trapped. It worked. Lost 1432. 12, oh no, he deployed 1432. Released 2 generals as well, but 1432 deployed. It was about 1,200 some odd lost. And we can still attack Gongsun Zan. Are we still at war with him? I don't know if we are. I don't know, but I know we can go for Taishan. We're all sitting here waiting. So to Taishan we go. We can actually attack Taishan from here. Close.
Cultivate patience. Deflect with shield, cleave with
And we're gonna have a supporting army come up to Bai Hai just in case something goes amiss. So we got 4 armies in the north going into Kingdom of Song. It's been a while. We'd wanted to do this since Dong Iron Mine, to go in there to take Dong Regional City and Hanai and Yi and Pingwen. And once we get in there from the north, that's gonna be over. And we're sitting here on Yingchuan, already have that city ready to go. Already took it. So we got 2 forces there, but again, I am looking at Gongsun Zan, and that guy is I'm at war. I can see 4 huge armies. So I'm gonna move up the 2nd army over Yingchuan. I think that'd be the better way. And then also this 3rd army, Yingchuan, I think I want to attack Kingdom of Song Mitsu over to the south. He's just sitting there. And we can still resume, so he's gonna be gone. We're gonna delegate. 4303, lost. No, 383, lost 383. Recruit.
with all resources.
And so we've got this extra army that is supposed to be over at Yingchuan. We're going to send him over there right now. It's going to take 2 turns to get him up there. But over here, Tang Yan is out in force. Got some full army stuff. And some supporting armies too that do have a bit of a beat up addition. In Chen, we can actually try and go to the Imperials. Well, we can go livestock farm. Try and push them back. But I think waiting for those 3 armies. Send them upwards. All 3 armies here, and as we go, we're going to take out a couple armies too. We're going to switch stance to normal, and we're going to take out Kongrong. And another general? Nope, just delegate, just Kongrong alone, and he's not going to be able to stop. Remaining, he escapes. We steal his bow. He retreats further. And Huang Shao can end this. That's what's going to happen here. Because we go into Kongrong, we delegate. It's going to be 2 generals, and that's it. We got him. So Huang Shao ends it. We did lose 4 men on it, though.
Deflect with shield.
So 2 generals are gone. And to the south, you can see a couple generals hanging around Yangzhou livestock farm, and 1 general, Cao Cao himself, over by Yangzhou farmland. So these 2 areas, we got 4, 5, 6 armies over in Shen to the north, and we're gonna do 2 deployments, probably 3 on 3, to try and take these 2 cities, and then meet up in Yangzhou Imperial City. Of course, we still have something going on over here, don't we? To the south, Badong. And Badong, we're going to take Badong, aren't we? That's what's going to happen here.
Ready yourselves.
Can't not march, we're going to go on normal.
Standard stance. As one, we move.
Because we already have someone assaulting the city.
Strike now.
2 armies, we're going to delegate this. It's going to be 15-15 and 13-17 taking out 562 he against Kingdom of Wei by Siege of Badong.
We outwitted them.
And they lost. Lost all their forces, and that's it. We're going to occupy the wounded.
Let us make use of it.
So now we are in this area where we can actually just traverse and take Badong, rice paddy, lumberyard, iron mine, because we got this one city here. We traverse over to Ba, and that's going to be what we're going to try and do here. Go through. There's an army right over there. You can see Hudan, and we're going to have to try and get rid of him next turn. Over to the south, nothing really to report too much. Other than that, that's it. We're going to see you next time. That's going to be it for now.